Okay, my friends, fabulous information. I just got off the phone with one of my people that follow my channel, and his name is Pavel, and he comes from overseas. They had never had any autism over there. He's got a son 3 years old and 3 months right now. They diagnosed him with autism at about 1 or a little later than that, and I guess he's been pretty severely autistic, and he was devastated because he says, I never even thought this, I never even considered anything like this. And nobody does, and it shouldn't have to happen. So anyway, I'm try to be calm about this. But anyway, so he started doing his own research. He came up with the same thing I did. It's gut bacteria, and he found even more information than I could come up with. He found out that yeast has an enormous effect on it, and I'm going to let him speak to it I taped the conversation when we did it, and I'm going to let him explain why and what happened with his son. But here's the video he sent me, and he says, watch this, but make sure you call me. My son has had fabulous results, and here's how. And anyway, here goes.
Is the nature of things.
They're not, it's a toy. We're playing with the toy. This is how we play with the toy.
Autism is the fastest rising developmental disorder in the world. It affects children everywhere.
This is Ali, he's 13 years old, he's autistic. This is Afshir, he's 12 years old, he's autistic.
In the last 20 years, autism in all its forms has increased by a staggering 600% in North America. And so far, medicine can't tell us why.
What we were told was, we have no explanation. Things like this just happen.
Autism's rapid rise, especially among new immigrants, is a clue pointing to environmental causes. Now some scientists are zeroing in on bacteria in the gut as a key to what has conventionally been considered a disorder only of the brain.
The traditional way of looking at autism as a specific brain insult that is largely permanent and unreversible may be somewhat outdated.
All right, I'm not going to go any further because it's so far outdated, it's unbelievable, and we have the results that are undeniable. All right, now that's a pretty cavalier attitude. That a traditional way isn't just right. If it was his kid that was walking around banging his head into the walls, he'd want this done tomorrow. And it can be done tomorrow, and that is what upsets me. Now, I just talked to a guy, Pavel, whose son has autism. I think I might have explained this earlier or later, but his son has autism. He's 3 years and 3 months old. And they just told him, oh, it's just the way it is. Some kids are like this, too bad. And there's 1 in 59 now are getting this. And he comes from overseas. His name is Pavel, and he's never even heard of this before. He says, no, it's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the place. So nobody's got it because it just doesn't happen. But it's happening now because we are introducing these new medical techniques that are antibiotics and things like that. They're killing the bacteria in your gut. So we need to replace it. And I'm going to give you the video of the discussion between me and Pavel, and this guy knows what he's talking about. He's done some excellent research, and yeast turned his son around within 6 to 7 hours. Okay, the crazy thing is, just yesterday I did a video on bacteria and cancer, because it's 100%, as far as I'm concerned, of all of chronic conditions like cancer are from the bacteria can't invade these tissues to destroy them, which is the cancers. And they finally look, could cancer immunotherapy success depend on gut bacteria? And they found out absolutely. Listen. Immunotherapy success depend on gut bacteria, and the researchers say absolutely it does. And they went through and suggest exactly that. And they tell you why, and they show how these bacteria actually invade tumors. I've always suspected this, but I couldn't prove the mechanism. But no. All right, I'm gonna. If you want to watch it, come up and watch this one: bacteria and cancer linked. Now, And as I was saying, I've always suspected that the chemistry of the bacterias, which is an enzyme, was sent off to do its job, and it just roamed around and did what it's supposed to. But no, all of a sudden I realize it's the actual bacteria that's leaving the gut, going up and attacking the tumors. It's going right, it breaks through the cell wall, dumps its enzymes inside to kill these tumors. That's pretty cool. And there's thousands and thousands of species of bacteria, and they all target different types of invasive tumors, it appears, because kids can have like a plethora of symptoms but there's like one of them will flip his lip and blah, 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 all day long. Another one will rip his ear out. Another one will bang his head. I mean, it's that specific, and I think it's that specific to the bacteria that's missing.
Actually, this largest candida also.
Oh, wait. Can you, wait. I just shut the video off for 1 second. Can you repeat that? Talk about, all right, the part about Brewers Yeast. Now, Brewers Yeast is what brought your son back within 6 hours. You said he had
It's a same family, but it's called Saccharomyces boulardii.
Okay.
It's brother to Brewers Yeast.
Okay, you send me that link, and because I want to post this, but go ahead. Tell me exactly what happened when you gave it to him. Tell me the story.
So when I gave it to him, I mean, within 6 hours you could see the difference. And I knew, okay, well, if I see within 6 hours I see improvement, that's it. That hit the target, spot on. And
For sure.
the reason why I chose that yeast because it's friendly to good bacteria and also attached to the side of the wall of the intestine, the same place where Candida is. And Candida is a bad guy, right? You don't want that.
Right.
So it actually dislodges the Candida. So it's like a double whammy. It also destroys Clostridium bacteria or keeps it in check, right? It doesn't let it grow, period. And it dislodges Candida, the Candida albicans. So it's really, really good stuff. And it's the same type of brother to the same stuff that you find in kombucha, right? Kombucha is really good for you. You know, you should give that to your kid. A little bit, not a lot, but I also gave that to my kid, and that also helped. I knew that the yeast was the key, and sure enough, like I said, within 6 to 7 hours, he turned around, looked at me, smiled. I mean, that penetrating look, like he's making contact with you.
Wow, that's just fair. Okay, the Brewers Yeast twin apparently is this. This is what he sent me. Now, take a look at it. I haven't looked into it yet, but I want to get this out there because this is, there's no sense in day after day after day just sort of thinking, oh, let's think about this, think about that. Let's get ourselves trying things, and we're going to come up with our own solution because you're not going to get it at the medical people anymore, I don't think. I don't have no confidence in there anymore. From my working with them, it's not good. Make sure that you do your own research. That's all I got to say.